Grand Rising, good morning. I hope everybody's doing well this morning. Today is Friday, August 23rd, and I'm here with the daily devotion from Sarah Young, Jesus Calling. I hope everybody has a peaceful, positive day today. It is Friday. Everybody's gearing up for football games and festivities, fall festivities. So just be safe, be cautious, use your discernment. Be aware of your surroundings. If you see something that doesn't look right, say something. Even if you don't want to physically get involved, tell somebody. Make a phone call. Take 1 minute of your time that could possibly save somebody's life, okay? There's crazy stuff going on in this world, and it's getting worse each and every day. So I understand, people don't want to put their own safety, in jeopardy. But if you see something, say something. Okay? All right. August 23rd. Entrust your loved ones to me. Release them into my protective care. I claim that for my son. They are much safer with me than in your clinging hands. If you let a loved one become an idol in your heart, you endanger that one as well as yourself. Joseph and his father Jacob suffered terribly because Jacob loved Joseph more than any of his other sons and treated him with special favor. So Joseph's brothers hated him and plotted against him. Wow. I didn't know that. Or maybe I did and I just don't think of it often. Ultimately, I used that situation for good. But both father and son had to endure years of suffering and separation from one another. I did know that story. I detest idolatry, even in the form of parental love. So beware of making a beloved child your idol. Wow. When you release loved ones to me, you are free to cling to my hand. As you entrust others into my care, I am free to shower blessings on them. My presence will go with them wherever they go, and I will give them rest. 2:52 on the timer. This same presence stays with you as you relax and place your trust in me. Watch to see what I will do. She references Genesis 37 verses 3 and 4, Ephesians 3 verse 20, and Exodus 33 verse 14. Boy, wasn't that a message? I've been there. Now, I never really looked at it like that, but I guess for a long time after my son was taken from me, I'm not going to go into that whole story, but you can go on my Facebook profile and there's definitely years old videos that talk about all that. But I literally put my happiness in that situation because it didn't go the way I wanted it to go. And for a long time, I carried bitterness in my heart, not only towards other people, but to my Heavenly Father, because that situation didn't go the way I wanted it to go. So for a long time, I sacrificed my happiness because I felt like I couldn't be happy. I felt like I wasn't allowed to be happy because my son was taken from me. And I felt like, and even to this day, very judged because people don't know the situation. Typically when a parent doesn't have their child, it's because they weren't a good parent. But unfortunately, in this day and time, that's not the case. Good parents have their children taken from them all the time because there's setups and manipulation and deceivement going on in the world. So just make sure that You don't put all your love and energy into somebody of this world. It will do you no good. I promise. It will make you bitter and angry. 5:11 on the timer when I looked. Put your happiness in his hands. Or I shouldn't even say it like that. Put your life in his hands. Happiness is a conscious choice, not an automatic response. There are many, 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 many days, just like this morning. The dogs, well, mainly Copper, like, it's like he does stuff on purpose just to push my buttons. Laugh if you want, 5:44, but dogs know. They know what upsets us. They know what makes us happy. They know. But there are mornings where if I were to let it, little things, they just build up. And if I was willing to let it, it could tear my day apart and just make me miserable all day. And it wasn't very long ago, maybe 5 years ago, where I would let something like that just completely ruin my day. It would get it off to an awful start. I'd be spitting evil out my mouth. It's very easy to let that happen. So I said that all to say, don't let that happen to you. Don't let something so simple steal your joy. It may not be easy to push through it, but as my mother always said, the best thing to do is rarely the easiest thing to do, because it's all a test. How are you going to respond? Are you going to let something that simple ruin your day? Or are you going to push through it and stay positive and keep the faith? I heard this morning when I was making my coffee, faith of a mustard seed. Each day, it just takes a little bit of faith to push through and to make it a good day. As long as we keep him in our hearts and know that even the bad things are happening for a reason. It was 7:22 on the timer. Every day it gets a little bit easier. Sure, we're going to have bad days where we fall off and, we wake up the next morning and we're like, man, I didn't really do a good job yesterday. Let's try harder today. That's all it takes. Just effort and determination that you're not going to let something so simple steal your joy. And unfortunately, a lot of people don't know what that feels like. 7:55 on the timer. To have that joy in their heart, to have that peace of mind. I'm telling you right now, I know I've said it a bunch, but I'll say it again. Peace of mind cannot be bought. There is no soap that can wash away shame. There's no resolve to regret other than building that relationship and knowing that he will heal that hurt. He will solve that problem. It may not be the way you want him to, but it's going to be the way you need him to. As always, be grateful for what you have. The big, the small, and the blessings yet to come. If you see a need out there today, tomorrow, next week, if there's any possible way that you can fill that need, please do so. You may not only better their day, but you could possibly change their life. And you never know the impact it can have on yours. Be blessed, find peace, and I'll see you next time. Bye.